On Easter Sunday, April 19, 1992, Dale Allen and Glee Evel Ewell, along with their children Tiffany, Ann 25, and Dana James 21, were wrapping up a weekend vacation at their beach house in Monterey, California, USA, and were about to fly 200 miles back to Fresno, California. Except Dana James Ewell, the couple's youngest son, who stayed behind to spend time with his girlfriend. Dana requested his neighbor to check on his parents 2 days later, when he was unable to contact them. His neighbor arrived at the house around the same time that the Ewell family's maid came for work. They entered the house jointly and were stunned to discover the Ewells and Tiffany had been killed. Detectives discovered an empty pistol bag and boxes of ammunition owned by the family, which had been used by the killer to murder the Ewells. Ewell was summoned and questioned, and he claimed he knew nothing about the shooting. Although the authorities were suspicious since the man displayed no emotion over his family's death, Ewell was acquitted. However, after researching all probable sources of the culprit and motive for the murders, the police came to a dead end, believing that the remaining family benefited from the occurrence despite having a strong alibi and being 200 miles away from the crime scene. Dana James Ewell was born in Sunnyside, California, USA on January 28, 1971. Ewell had a finance degree from Santa Clara University and was planning a career in investment banking when his parents were murdered. Ewell and his older sister grew up in a comfortable atmosphere with wealthy parents. Dale, his father, was a wealthy businessman who sold tiny airplanes, while Glee, his mother, spent the majority of her life to philanthropy and public service. Tiffany, Ewell's sister, was acting professionally despite being born into a wealthy family, in contrast to him, who enjoyed bragging about his parents' wealth. Dale Ewell's father was embarrassed by his son's conduct when he lied, which was published in newspaper and Ewell's school yearbook, claiming that he had become a millionaire by his own work. Dale Ewell's siblings feared that Dale would restrict his son's finances as a result of this occurrence, which enraged Ewell and drove him to seize control of his parents' $8 million estate. After the incident, detectives discovered that Ewell was preoccupied with his parents' inheritance and was very upset when he learned that he had access to the fortune when he was in his 30s. Furthermore, it was learned that Ewell had become close friends in college with Joel Patrick Radovsek, whom Radovsek didn't admit it. Suspicions grew when Radovsek moved in and lived with Ewell at the crime scene house, and they went on a shopping spree even though Radovsek was unemployed. Police discovered that Radovsek had ordered a book on how to make silencers. Forensics confirmed that the victims were killed with silenced weapons, so none of the victims' neighbors heard the gunshots when police questioned them. Forensics examined a book that Radovsek had ordered, which required the use of tennis balls to make silencers, and the examiner found mysterious feathers on the bullets that pierced the body of Glee Ewell's mother. Ernest Jack Ponce, a friend of the Radovsek family, was the one who provided the murder weapon to Radovsek, but claimed not to know it was used to kill. He cooperated with police in showing them where the weapons were dumped, in exchange for immunity from prosecution, and was free from any charges. Finally, after 3 years of investigation, Ewell and Radovsek were arrested on March 2, 1995. They were found guilty, and on July 20, 1998, and judge sentenced them to life in prison without the possibility of parole on July 20, 1998. Ewell is in the California State Prison Protective Housing Unit at Corcoran.